pour you some of your own water.
Oh, thanks. This is why you're like an awesome politician. And I don't even like politics. You know, this is like, because you're
Sometimes I
amazing.
don't really like it either. No, that's not true.
Listen, I'm glad you came to visit. And I'm so glad you get to do this with me. I really am happy.
Yeah, I'm happy too, mate. It's good to see you.
So the reason I wanted to do this, I wanted to find out about you. So I want to know, like, what in your head made you want to get into politics? Because I'm sure in my mind, when you were like 16 at high school, you never thought, nah, I want to be a politician. Or did you?
Not really. I grew up around here and
In Logan.
in Logan, yeah. I'm Logan born and bred, and I just think at some point I worked out that this part of the world doesn't always get a really fair shake from the rest of the world, and if I could do something to change that, to speak up for this community, then I'd like to do it. Had a great teacher at the end of high school who was really encouraging. My mum's a really community-minded person, and I just think all of that came together so that sort of in my late teens, early 20s, I started looking into politics and thinking there's something I want to do.
So that means when you were at school, you wanted other people to know about that Logan's not as bad or as red as people think.
Not just that, I mean, a place like Logan City, which is amazing, as you know, it needs people who care enough about it to speak up for it, stand up for it, make sure that we get, the money that we need in our schools and our hospitals, that people get a fair go around here. And if people like you and me and others don't do that, then maybe nobody will. And so we've got a bit of a responsibility, I think.
Okay. You said you had a teacher in high school that had an effect on you.
Yeah, I had this great guy he's a German guy called Norbert Grulich.
Shout out to Norbert.
Shout out to Norbert. The great man. Grulich. Still talk to Norbert. Still talk to Norbert. He's an amazing man. And he's really the first one. He was a modern history teacher. And so he was teaching me about history. And he was really the first person I can remember saying to me, even people with a background from like yours can actually not just read about history, but maybe at some point can help kind of write history, help be part of big changes, and that was really attractive to me. I don't know why. I'm not from a political family. I didn't have any politics growing up, but he just sort of planted the seed of an idea.
Like inception you at your teenage years.
Yeah.
Which school did you go to as well?
I went to a Catholic school called Clairvaux, just up the road. Yeah, Mount Gravatt.
Oh, okay, Mount Gravatt.
Yeah.
Clairvaux.
Yeah. So that was great, but a whole combination of things too. University, a big part of it.
What did you study at uni?
I studied politics at university, but when I started it, I didn't really know where that would head. But by the time I finished it, I was just fired up to do politics and make it my life.
And now, how long have you been in the politics? Into politics?
I've been a member of the Labor Party for 21 years.
21 years?
Yeah, more than half my life now.
Whoa.
So yeah, a long time, and I've done all the. I didn't get it. It took me about 18 years or 17 years in the Labor Party before I got to represent the area. I get elected in my own right. So like a lot of people who join really any political party, the first 10 or 15 years is a lot of grind, a lot of hard work, working for other candidates, doing what you can to help out in the local area, and then eventually they picked me to run in this part of the world, which is really cool because not that many people actually get to represent the area they grew up in. And for me, it's not like a professional, politics is not a professional thing for me, it's like quite an emotional thing for me. Because on election day you run into your mate's mum that you grew up going around their house. It's a wonderful thing to be able to represent the actual area where you're from.
Oh, man, I love how passionate you are about it. And the reason I'm a big fan of yours, not that I'm into politics at all, but I'm a fan of you because you did an ad campaign. And you had in the background playing Tupac changes. Why would you put Tupac in something about politics?
Yeah, well, a heap of reasons for that.
That's for people,
Well, that's why one of the reasons I like coming here. I like coming here to talk to you. But what you play here is so frequently like the music from my formative years. You play.
I don't even know what formative means, but I believe.
Well, sometimes I'll be having a very serious day, with lots of serious meetings, maybe some difficult meetings, or helping people out. And I come in here and I hear Snoop Dogg, or something like that.
Without swearing.
Yeah, you play the non-swearing version.
The clean lyrics.
You know who told me that? Was your daughter.
Did you?
Because I said, do you like this song? She said, yeah, this is the non-swearing one.
Oh, my God. I'm going to have to cut that out.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. But I mean, as you know, hip hop is really the kind of soundtrack to this part of the world. And so I grew up listening to heap of hip hop music. And putting it in that video was a bit of a shout out, just to see, partly to see if anyone would notice.
I'm a fan of you because of that. I love you for that. That created me. That created you in my life because of that. And I'm sure with all the other Loganites, when they start hearing that ad campaign again, they'll be like, yeah, it's my boy.
Well, that's what surprised me was I thought a couple of people, it's got a really distinctive hook in that song.
Yeah.
And I thought some people would notice it, but we started getting emails and Facebook messages saying, that was cool that you put Tupac in the thing. But really, there's a heap of reasons for it. Not mostly that, or partly that. But also, there's some really good messages in that song. There's some bleak messages too. But I think that song came out in about maybe 98. I think it's about 20 years old now, that song. Yeah, it makes you feel
no.
But there's a lyric.
I was 8.
That's right. Yeah. There's a lyric in there which literally has always stayed in my head, which is the one about. He says it's time for us as a people to start making some changes, change the way we eat, change the way we live, change the way we treat each other. And whenever I hear that song, sometimes I hear it here or in the car or whatever, it's that part of the song that really grabs me, because what it says is we need to change a lot of things about our community, but we can't rely on somebody else to change it for us. And the best kind of change isn't the change that comes from the top down or from the outside in, it's the change that comes from the inside or the change that comes from the bottom up. And that song is cool because it says, the lyrics literally says, it's on us. It's on us to do what we got to do. And so that song's important to me. But it's also nice that people they talk about it. Not just you. Occasionally I run into someone and they'll say, they can do another Tupac video.
Is that in the works? I should have put some changes on the background, far around. Well, listen, Jim, I know you're busy, man, so I really appreciate that you came and had a chat with me. To continue, I just want to ask you, what's your favorite blend of coffee? Like, what type of coffee do you drink?
I like double espresso, as you know, and you had an amazing...
This is why I love you.
You had an amazing Indonesian bean here at some point, a little while ago. That one was good because it is distinctive.
I had the cat food coffee. Did you try that?
No, you had it one day, but I don't think I had it.
So you missed out because you weren't visiting us often enough. So this is where you need to visit the little people, right? In the community.
Well, mate,
more often, all right, Jim?
The reason I'm grateful for the chance to talk to you today, or one of the reasons is, this is a great place to come, and it's not just a great place to come, but it comes back to what we were saying before. When your business here succeeds, or when your other business ventures succeeds, it's great for you, and you're my friend, and I want you to succeed, and I respect you, and I want you to do well and make money and provide for that lovely daughter of yours. But when someone like you succeeds here, it sends a message to the rest of the place. And the message it sends to the rest of the place is if you have a crack, if you're prepared to have a go, if you're positive and upbeat and you're inclusive, then you can succeed here. And so I want you to go really well, not just for you, but for the whole place. And that's what...
Isn't he amazing?
That's why I like hanging out with you.
Thanks, Jim, man. Appreciate it, man. Oh, that wasn't even rehearsed. That was all real. That was natural. Thank you, Jim.